All right, welcome to the part 5 of the Driving for Dollars versus Smart Wholesaling series. On this particular edition, we're going to talk about the process number one. Okay, so list building buyers network. Basically, with this is how you're going to be able to skip 80% of the hustle and double your income. You can see the diagram there. We're going to talk about that in a second. Before we get into that, what is real estate wholesaling? We should always review this. There's the art and science of finding deeply discounted properties using mass media marketing to potentially distressed and motivated sellers, locking under contract and selling the rights to the contract to an end buyer for a lucrative fee between $1,000 and $82,000, which is my highest one-time fee ever. There are others that have made more. With smart wholesaling, you can expect number one to skip 80% of the hustle in traditional wholesaling. That's what we're about to talk about. You can expect to make $100,000 or more per year with or without closing deals. And number three, close. Actually, that increases your chances to close 10 times more deals. And the mission here is to get you up and running $1 million empire in just 11 days. This is my team. If you find them anywhere on the internet, please show them love. They allow me to bring this to you on a daily basis. We have 700 plus videos on this channel, so make sure you're subscribed. All right, so basically with this part of the series, we just got into part 5. We're going to talk about funnels. We're going to talk about how to create 7 to 10 income streams, passive income, residual income, home runs, which is what everyone focuses on. But the problem is that if that's all you're focusing on, you're probably gonna get frustrated out of the business because you're not making money and you depend on that one time $20,000. And if that doesn't happen in a short enough period of time, you quit. So just keep that in mind. Cash flow is king. I'm gonna show you this as just keep this diagram at the back of your mind as we're going through this. This business is about leads, buyers, partners, and investors. If you don't have adequate of this at any point in time in your business, you will get frustrated out of the business. If all you depend on are basically quote unquote cash buyers and motivated sellers, you missed it. And that's why most people stay broke in the business. So you've seen this diagram before. I showed it to you on the last part. So the highlighted yellow is what we're covering today, list building, buyers, network. This is how you're going to be able to skip 80% of the hustle. All right, so now let's get into this diagram here. The diagram you're looking at is basically a comparison of the old school strategy compared to smart wholesaling. Okay, with old school marketing, you have to market so you can find motivated or distressed sellers, right? So there's a lot of marketing that goes into that. I was just looking at a guru Instagram picture showing how he spends $25,000 in the last 30 days in marketing. But these are the people that are, for the most part, training people. But how do you expect to compete with them if they're spending $25,000 per month on marketing? It's a losing battle. When you tell them you don't have $25,000, then they send you back to driving for dollars, and then you spend $25,000 worth of time, and then nothing happens. So then you're frustrated, right? We've talked about that. But the idea is to get sellers. Okay, you're looking for specifically motivated, distressed sellers, right? And then the idea is to sell them long enough to be able to lock a contract, to lock the property under a contract, right? And then once you have a contract, then you have to engage in marketing again. Nobody tells you this. They tell you, hey, just bring it to me, or there's 5 cash buyers in your local market, and hopefully they'll buy from you, and 500 other wholesalers that started yesterday, right? And then hopefully you found a buyer, and then you assign the deal, right? And then you close. Smart wholesaling involves list building and monetizing the process of list building, and all you have to do is assign other people's deals and close. That's it. So you skip 80% of the deal. Now, what does smart wholesaling involves? Well, first of all, the first thing I can tell you about that is that you're not going to have to be on the streets in the cold or in the hot summer looking to gather data that's already available on the internet. Hopefully, you'll close a deal one day, right? You're not going to involve yourself in that. The process of smart wholesaling, if you want, you could sit on the beach. Yes, and I said that, and I mean that. You could be anywhere in the world with access to internet, and the process of wholesaling actually monetizes itself. We call it self-liquidating processes. It monetizes itself. You can actually make money just by smart wholesaling, the whole process of that, before you actually assign a deal and close it. That's what I mean by you can make money with or without closing deals. We're going to talk about that on part 6, so stay tuned. But in the meanwhile, let's get into the process of list building. What does it involve? There are 5, I already showed you a few processes. With process, there are input, there's technology, and there's output. We talked about that earlier, right? So I'm going to show you that. But why should you list build? Well, low cost. Okay, low cost per lead. Okay, basically. A lead is a captured attention. Somebody who says, you know what, I'm interested. I have a business I want to do with you, right? Okay, so either they want to sell you a house or they're looking to buy a house. Either way, that's a lead, right? Somebody looking to do a transaction as soon as possible because you've managed to sell them on the idea that they should do business with you, right? So that's lead. So with smart wholesaling, list building, specifically list building, a potential buyer or somebody that can bring you a buyer, your cost per lead is lower. Okay, you can basically expect to spend anywhere between $2 to $5 per lead. Now if you were doing this with generating motivated sellers will cost you anywhere from $50 to $500 per lead. That means per person that says I have a house to sell, and they it's not guaranteed. They may not sell your house. Okay. All right, it's not guaranteed. Just the fact that they raise up their hand that they have a piece of property, a piece of crap they have to sell, that will cost you anywhere from $50 to $500. Okay, then there are more options in all dimensions. When you can generate leads at this level, as in like list building a buyers network, you have a lot more options to make money as opposed to getting stuck on that one house. There was a situation. I was at a meetup and this lady was like, I found a house around the corner from my house. I don't know. I think the house is lovely. I think we can do a deal with it, but I'm not sure how to go about it. That basically they found a house, they found a piece of data, an address, right? And then a lot of people wonder why they're not making money. An address does not make you money. There's a lot, like I said, I just showed you. There's about 7 8 steps before you get to a closing before that, and that's why many people get stuck. Okay, so but with list building there are a lot more options at your disposal. You can offer them solutions, information, and so much many things that will happen before a deal closes, and you can make money from doing that. Basically, the more value you bring to this marketplace, the more money you're going to make. It's not the number of addresses you write down or you put into an app. It's just not going to work like that, right? It's the more value you bring into a marketplace. And that's what you're able to do when you focus on the skills of building a list and building a buyers network. And we'll show you how to do that, of course, right? And then also you get to skip 80% of the hustle. Basically, the idea of finding deals and the acquisition, the whole process, you can skip all of that because there's enough people in the marketplace doing that. There's 500 plus more people in your market alone becoming a wholesaler per day. There's enough of them, not many of them, but a percentage of them, right? Maybe 2% of them or 1% of them will finally manage to find a deal. You can be the person to help them finish the process, which is assigning the deal and closing, right? Why? How would you be able to do that? Because you have a list. Remember, you have more options. You have a list of buyers network that's growing, that's perpetually growing, right? We're going to talk about that process in a second. All right. So also you're able to double your income by becoming the disposition expert and a hub. So now you can assign deals and close deals for multiple wholesalers just because you put your focus on that, as opposed to you spending $50 to $500 per lead looking for motivated sellers. And finding the motivated sellers doesn't mean you close a deal, because there's a second half of the process, which is disposition. In this case, now you're able to dispose deals because you have an audience that you're building. It's called a buyer's network, and those are people that are you're nurturing from time to time, and they're ready to pick up a deal to go do a deal. Okay. So the other thing here is funded proposal. We call it self-liquidating offer, self-liquidating process. You can call it SLP or SLO, right? Basically, the whole process of building this list will monetize itself to the extent, as I said earlier, you can make six-figure income just from building a list without even closing a deal yet. Not only that, it increases your chances of closing a deal because you have potential buyers on your list. Okay, that's why we call it a buyers network and not necessarily a buyers list. It's not a cash buyers list, it's a buyers network. It has everybody from cash buyers to investors to non-conventional buyers, even to conventional buyers, to wholesalers that will bring you buyers. To everybody is on that list. But all those people have different reasons why they got on your list. The key thing about them, major all of them, is that they are open to making money with real estate. So you're able to build this list following the process I'm about to share with you, but also you're able to monetize the process even before you close a deal. Okay, and that's why we call it a self-liquidating process. Okay, it's basically fund as you go. Some people call it tripwire offer. These people are get initiated to become buyers on your list before they even buy a deal. And of course, not all of them will buy a deal. Either way, you make money. Okay, so the input to this process basically is the online traffic. Okay, online traffic, you need online traffic. We're going to show you how to generate online traffic. What is online traffic? It's just basically when people click when you click into this video, that was a unit of traffic online. Okay, anytime somebody click into a website or into a web page, that's a unit of traffic. We're going to show you how to generate massive amount of traffic. These are real human beings clicking. They become buyers, they become they become leads, they become buyers, they become partners, they become investors, they become buyers, they become wholesalers if that's what they choose they want to do. But because you're the one who owns the stage, you created the stage, you always make money. You become a resource for the marketplace and you're always attracting money just because you created a platform. The people that create platform are the one making the most money in this game. Okay, the owner of Amazon is the one making most money in the game of online retail. He doesn't have to create product, he doesn't have to be the buyer either, right? He has the platform. I'm going to show you how you create your own platform and other people comes to you. Why? Because you are a resource for them. You're not just making free money. This is not overnight make money thing. It's kind of faster because you have the tip. I'm giving you the game right now that you can create a platform, but not just because, oh, it's just gonna, no, it's not because it's some kind of magic. It's something that you've seen happen over and over again. The people in the game that create platform are the one that's making the most money. I'm going to show you how to create a platform that other people gravitate towards because you are a resource, you are a value for the marketplace. So you need online traffic. The second input is you need an info-based lead magnet product, just something you can give away for free. As you can see here, if you've noticed here, I practice what I preach. I give away a book. Okay, does it have to be a book? Do you have to write a book? No, you don't have to write a book. You can either create it or you can be an affiliate partner of somebody who has a group, somebody who has a book or who has an offer, a free video, a paid video, something that is valuable information that you can give away for free in exchange for their email address to get on your list. And that's how you build a massive list of contacts of people that are interested in a particular topic. So think about it, you're giving away about real estate secrets, right? The people that will get on that list, people that will want that info, a PDF report, 18 mistakes to avoid about real estate investing, something like that. Somebody that will opt in their email address to get that information is a potential investor or a link to an investor. If you build a list of such people, you will win in this game. Is guaranteed. You don't have to have deals. There are other people that have deals. You will simply skip all the 80% of the hustle and you can make money from that. All right. The technology that we use for that is we use a blog. I'll show you how to set that up. It's extremely simple. The blog, we have landing pages, we have confirmation pages, we have introductory pages where people will get to know you, and they'll get to know you not because you're becoming a guru, because a lot of people say, oh, you're going to be a guru. No, you're not trying to be a guru. You bring bring value to the marketplace, people will want to know you. They know you, they see you as an expert. Eventually, you will truly become an expert because you're also learning in the process, right? And then you're bringing what you're learning into the marketplace using a process we call invest, learn, and teach. Invest, learn, do sometimes, and teach. Some people say you have to do. No, professors don't do, and they teach, and they do it, and we've always respected them for just teaching, right? And when you teach, you learn twice, right? And then the other technology that we use is called an email autoresponder. Some people call it CRM. It's basically a system that costs $20 or less per month that basically houses all the email addresses, the contact, but also allows you to email them automatically based on a schedule, a sequence of emails, or you can actually go there and actually broadcast to them. This is a technology we're going to be using for this process. The output Basically, the output from this process is you have a buyers network, a perpetually growing buyers network that has all these people, like I said, wholesalers, investors, buyers, partners, okay, newbies that are learning the game, people that are in the game that you can bring some kind, you can connect them with value, and as you're connecting with value digitally, you're making money. Does that make sense? All right. So you're building an audience. Obviously, it's a platform that attracts audience because it's a resource for the marketplace. Instant income. You don't have to wait to close deals. These people will be buying before they close deals. So you can be a person that brings offers, that bring resources for them when they purchase it. You make money. Who does that? Everyone that's selling you deal machine are doing that. That's why they're doing that. They're offering you deal machine because they make money. Every time they give you a coupon code, that's how they make money. So they don't have to close a deal before they make money. And then you wonder why you can't really compete with them because they don't wait for deals to make money. Now, starting now, you don't have to wait for deals to make money as well too. Not only that, that increases your chances of closing deals because um, because you have money to market, right? So also you build a personal brand. Personal brand is a powerful thing. When people know you for something, they just respect what you have to say, and you're not just cajoling people. You're not saying you're an expert like a clown just because you want to say. You're saying it because you have put yourself in a position to serve the marketplace. You put yourself in a position of leadership, and one of the most scarce resources in this world is leadership, right? If you become one of the leaders in the marketplace, we call it market leaders, right? If you become that, you will be rewarded handsomely for that. You will make a lot of money because you've created a platform. You've become the platform. You gravitate, like audience gravitates towards you because you're bringing value to the marketplace. You will make money. Not only that, you increase your chances to close deals by 10 times. All right. So deal disposition hub. What do I mean by that? Other people locking these properties under contract, they can't sell them. If you've paid attention, a lot of people have deals they can't sell because there's no buyers. Okay? Those five cash buyers in your marketplace cannot buy all the deals. Not only that, they are very picky because they don't need you. They have 5,000 other wholesalers bringing them deals. They don't need you. Sometimes there's no deals because people don't have money to market as well too. But this process that I'm sharing with you will allow people to monetize existing processes in the marketplace, the movement of money and information in the marketplace. So there's money in the marketplace to do more deals. So you don't have to wait for the guy that has been in the business for 30 years looking for 20 cents on a dollar. You don't have to wait for those guys. You sell deals because there are new buyers, newbies coming into the marketplace looking to buy deals at 70% of ARV, 60% of ARV. They're not waiting for 20% of ARV and then call it something else. A lot of people don't want to buy your deals. They tell you it's too pricey, and then you get hit with insecurity. Maybe you don't know how to find the deals. They tell you very quickly you don't know how to find the deals because they're not ready to buy your deal. They are BSing you. If you know how to create buyers, there are people looking to buy deals. It's just that you have to create a platform that will attract them, and this process will do exactly that. If what I'm saying is making sense, please make sure you specify that and what makes sense the most to you in the comment area. Okay, so obviously with the email autoresponder, the tool is follow up on steroids. You don't have to wait to pick up the phone to follow up with people. There's automatic email, sequence based email based on the day they came on your list. Also based on events. Okay, there are events. There's certain thing they will click on something and that can trigger certain email follow ups, and certain email follow ups can actually specify that they should call you. So you receive calls as opposed to you calling. There's a difference between somebody calling you and when you call them. Okay, when somebody calls you, you're able to say, how may I help you? And you can approach doing business with them from a standpoint of value because you're in a position to say, how may I help you? But when you cold call people, you can say, how may I help you? Now you have to work harder to get them on the other side where you're in control so you can say, how may I help you? But the best money, the easiest money you can make in the world of entrepreneurship is when you say, how may I help you? So it's a lot more easy when people call you or book time to talk to you and stuff like that. And this whole process will set you up for that. Not because you're a clown calling yourself an expert, because you follow through this process, you set it up, you deserve that kind of business. Your business is going to be a lot more easier in this world of digital age. Smart wholesaling 2000 and digital is the easiest thing to do. And if somebody tells you it's not possible, you just got to go through the hard work, it's BS. If we had to go through the hard work, I wouldn't be able to talk to you using a phone right now, okay? Or using a computer. I would have to travel over to where you are. And I'm not doing that, all right? And I'm able to talk to you. But trust me, there's somebody once upon a time, maybe 50 years ago, who told your ancestors that this was impossible. But it's not, okay? It's just a matter of knowing and then putting it to work, okay? So, case study quickly, right? Instagram and WhatsApp valuation. Let's talk about value. Remember, the more value you bring to the marketplace, the more money you make. It's not how much work you do. It's not, okay? It's not how much work you do. It's how smart your processes and your work is. That's what becomes how much money you make. Instagram was purchased, I think, at about $2 billion. WhatsApp was purchased at about $18 billion. What was the difference? Because WhatsApp had phone numbers, had a list of phone numbers, contact. Okay, Facebook make their money off of having a list, a massive list of people. Why do they need that? Because they can advertise to these people. Okay, the idea of Facebook and the way they make money is building an audience. It's the same thing with Instagram, but the quality of the contact information also makes all the difference. And that's what I mean by Instagram versus WhatsApp valuation. What's the difference between $18 billion and $2 billion? Well, there's time. Obviously, there's also valuation of a list, right? But there's phone numbers. It's just a lot more valuable than just email addresses. And we're going to teach you how to take care of that. Also, Hollywood versus Instagram actors. You have people that are extreme, the actors that are mad at the new age actors saying, oh, they didn't go to school, they don't know the craft, and they're hungry at the new actors, new age actors, basically because they had 50,000 followers. Somebody gave them a role. They give them a role. Why? Because they have a list of people that will help them market the product they create. If we're not able to market the product we create, it's useless. It doesn't matter how good of an actor you are. If you're just one person, you have one follower on Instagram, if you're the greatest actor in the world, it doesn't matter. You need followers so we can sell the product, so we can create profit, so we can do it over and over again. Not just the profit, but so we can do this over and over again, right? You want to be able to do deals over and over again, you need an audience. You need to build an audience. No, and I'm not talking about building a list of houses on the street. There's a list of houses on the internet already for $20. I'm talking about building an audience of people looking to do business. Finding deals, there's enough people in the marketplace looking for deals and finding deals. Not only that, you will attract deals if you have a disposition hub where you can assign deals and close deals, because now everybody else basically worship you, because what they're looking to do is assign those deals that they're creating and sell them. And with this skill set, you're able to build a list that you can assign deals for even better prices and people can make a lot more money. Okay. So the myth that people usually get tackled with here is that I'm not really a technical person, that's going to involve technical skills, is BS, okay? If you know how to use a smartphone and you are on social media, you have enough technical skill set, you have enough basic skill, which is basically basic skills today, to navigate and set yourself up. Not only that, I'm going to show you how to do that. Driving for dollars works? Yes, it does. I'm just not sure you're going to be working when it decides to work. We don't know when it's going to work. Okay. Does driving for dollars work? Yes, 2% of the time. Yes, you could be that 2%. Yes, it's going to work for you at some point. The key question is, are you going to be in the game by the time it works? Maybe you're going to be one of the lucky ones. The first day you drove for dollars, you found a deal. Good for you. But you're 1%er. What's the chances that's going to happen for you? Almost none. With this strategy, it's 100% chances to work for you. Okay, if you work it too, right? But it's kind of easier to work it because you can do it right from your laptop. You don't have to leave your house to do it. Okay, and not only that, you're learning skills that you can apply to any business, not just wholesaling. All right, so that's that. The question that I wanted to throw at you right now: by skipping 80% of the work, the hustle in wholesaling, I want you to leave a comment sharing what else you could do with your time and energy that you get to save in your life and your business, right? I want you to tell me what else do you think you could do with that time and that energy. I want you to share that in the comment below. Now I want you to come back here because I'm going to be releasing in the next 24 hours, or depending on where you saw this video, it's probably there already. Make sure you watch part 6 of this series on process number 2. Part 6 is about process number 2. I'm going to show you how to monetize that list, basically how you can make $100,000 per year even without closing a deal. Now, if you can make $100,000 from home working 2 to 4 hours per week, right? Just $100,000. Would you be able to market more so you can close more deals, even if that's what you're so passionate about right now? Yes, you would, right? So basically, come back here for part 6, and it's gonna be a fun time. All right, I'll see you on part 6. Bye now.